I honor all leaders of Congress Party and BJP, all leaders now, and all Meithei young volunteers. Because I am citizen of India, according to Indian constitutions, I speak now how to suggest and how to bring peace in Manipur. In Manipur, there were so many crime and crises because Kuki narco-terrorists introduced in Manipur state and they make their own lands and homelands, that separate administrations to demand and that against the central governments as well as state governments. They did crime the crisis against the Meithei communities and the Naga communities. It was two times wrongs according to Indian citizens, according to Indian constitutions. I mean that Kuki terrorists in India as well as in Manipur mainly to kill innocent farmers while they are working either that of this whenever they go anywhere that these are the aim at these Kuki terrorist organizations. This was totally wrong. If we don't bring from solutions, they will continue against our country, our Manipur state will be commotions than before like this again. In order to solve such a problems, higher authorities, either that of the old citizen of the India as well as all leader of India, either that of this Manipur state, either that of the Indian from the centers, that they need to discuss about higher states. Only the simple ways to apply for that. We cannot do such a type of these terrorist organizations to control others. I think that now, whenever they kill the assassinations, innocent people, that's from the side of the central government as well as state governments, they were not trials, they were not judged by the special army, either state of the armed force, they could continue against. That's why only Meithei communities, either state of these innocent people of Manipur, need not against to do trials. Instead of that, you need against as a leader of India, you need to discuss about such a foreigners enter into, and then again they did their drug dealings and the different type of the activities being taken out. Or leader of Manipur suggests how to bring peace and for the openings of this national highways to block by them unnecessary. To block national highways, that is illegal ways because they were not government departments but they terrorists. They kill children, women, young boys in the girls. But how to control over that is that from the side of the central government, including of this Manipur governments of the leaders, either that of this all democracy, rule and regulations, that hue and cry from the side of these people, that's all what must be listened to by the central, either that of the state government, and think about how to do prompt solutions. That's why I speak in the names of the Indian constitutions. Beside that, we cannot do any more. One thing you know that now, as a leader of the India, as a leader of Manipur state, you need again two things. 3 years more from May 2023 till to that of 2026 up to that not endings now. It was a durable spirit of this. That's why Meithei communities, either that of this Naga communities, was totally paralyzed day by day. Kuki terrorists killed in innocent people. We need again to judge and the right times for that of these higher authorities to discuss about according to that of the simplest ways. You need not again to treat them. I mean that now on mass media they show special armaments, guns to hurl and fusilate that they never honors India government as well as Manipur state government. That's why unit against is higher authorities unit again to discuss about how to prompt solutions to bring for the future generations to bring otherwise there will be coup. The word cookie that is the French word noun that is sudden attack either that of this control overs that unconscious doing that the key means the Hindi word prepositions of the same together we know that now cookie. The word cookie was the names of the terrorist organizations that make after long discussions that they pretended to go rallies in Manipur states. There were so many problems creating this that I don't blame any leader of India, I don't blame Meithei and the Naga, but only the cookie terrorists happening such crime, the crisis in today's of the lives of these many peoples. That's why let me stop my deliberate speech. All subscribers, all my dear subscribers and all my brothers and sisters, your request that how to solve it against that you must like and share to spread such type of these conditions to be known all over this world for that because how to bring again. Meithei and Naga were the indigenous people, but cookie terrorists were not indigenous people, they are foreigners. That's why I inform is task to all these leaders, deport terrorists from Manipur states. To say this much, let me conclude my deliberate speech for today.